trying to get away from police. The chase continued on the turnpike, and Ohio State Highway Patrol troopers got involved.
While pursuing the vehicle, the speeds exceeded at times over 100 miles per hour. It was briefly. The units that responded attempted to box the juvenile and the suspect vehicle in. One of my units actually made contact visually with him and asked him to pull to the side of the road, and the juvenile shook his head no.
Troopers were able to eventually get the vehicle stopped. There was minor damage caused to the patrol's SUV. The suspect's car was also damaged. This is the car the 10-year-old was driving. We were able to speak to the boy's father, and he tells us that his son is okay. Troopers and tow truck drivers that arrived on scene say the boy was combative after he was stopped.
Once they took him out, he was kicking the troopers, and then they picked his legs up, and then he started spitting on them.
The boy is being placed in the care of Erie County Children's Services for now. This is the second time in 2 weeks the child took a car. Last week, he took his mother's car and was found on Interstate 90. Cleveland police are still investigating that case. Troopers say the situation could have been worse.
The fact that the child wasn't injured, none of the troopers were injured, and none of the motoring public was injured either.
All right, so thank God nobody was injured, nor the child, but people are like, how did he get the car? Apparently, he was waiting for his sister to take him to school about 8:30 a.m. in the morning while his sister was taking a shower. He hopped in the vehicle, and then his mother, I guess her boyfriend, actually called the police, and other witnesses ended up calling 911 when they saw the boy swerving in and out of traffic in the 2004 Toyota Avalon when he was driving, and then his mother chasing close behind him down the interstate at speeds in excess of 90 miles an hour. And the officers pulled the boy out of the car through a window. They had to use a pit maneuver to get him pulled over. And then they took the kid to the to the hospital, placed into protective custody in Erie County Children's Services. This information is reported from Fox 8 in Cleveland. Unbelievable. Mess there, man. Yeah, don't have your keys. That's the moral of that story, especially if you have a kid that extra curious about cars. Sounds like the boy has some emotional issues. I don't know what his family life is, and to me, if he's in custody, that sounds like something's awry there. I don't know if there's abuse going on. I mean, he's kicking and spitting at the police. Sounds a little rough around the edges, and I don't know much about the parents, but they're probably doing a complete investigation to see what's going on. Listen, I remember I was curious about cars. My mom had at this time, it wasn't the Woody station wagon, but it was a blue one, and this was in Norwich, Connecticut. I got in the car, and for some reason, the ignition, there was no keys, but I was just kind of playing, and I was able to get the car into neutral, but the problem is it had power brakes. So I drove the car right into down the driveway into a rock. I ran out of the car onto the swing set because I was scared what my mother might do. Well, she came out because she heard the big loud clonk, and I think there was some dents on the vehicle, and she beat my butt. All right, but I never monkeyed with another vehicle again because I could have killed myself. Could have hit my head, concussion, anything like that. But you got to be careful, with questionable items around the house because kids get so curious. And at 10 years old, yeah, I've heard kids actually get in the vehicles at much younger ages. I mean, 10 years old, maybe you have a mature kid at 10, but at 10 you think that they would know better. So to me, I am not a psychologist. I just play one during the day, but just kidding. Armchair, yeah, exactly. Just tell me your problems. But it sounds like kids got some emotional issues acting out. Something's going on. And hopefully they get the kid the help that he needs. And if you got to get out of that toxic situation. But sometimes you just get bad apples. For whatever reason, mom and dad might be great. But it seems like something's going on. But hey, everybody's Dr. Phil these days. I'm Keith Allen, and I appreciate you tuning in today on a Friday. Our show is 100% listener supported. If you'd like to become a member, just join us at forthepeopleshow.com. Make sure you pick up the For the People coffee mug while you're at it. Keith Allen, For the People, saying all the best. May God bless.